Hello and welcome to another bonus episode of Momento Malum today. In this episode, we'll cover the red flesh apple genealogy, a news story, and some plant ID. The red flesh apple is derived from the mixing of the red flesh crab apple, seen here, and the lines of the domesticated apple. There are several lineages of red flesh apple. The first line we'll cover is the one we see on the screen. A specific line of red flesh crab apple has been used to breed most purely red flesh apples, such as Redfield, a crossbreed of Wolf River, and this red flesh crab apple you see on screen. Again, right here. Although most of these are just purely crabapple in nature, crossbreeds of different crabapple species and hybrids. Most of the red flesh apples that come out of this program and general theme are more or less cooking apples. Next, we'll cover the next lineage, an ancient Russian apple called Surprise. Most of the best fresh-eating red flesh apples are derived from this lineage. This apple cultivar has a pink coloration to it, specifically its flesh, and is known for its unique candy flavor. In the 1800s, Albert Eder raised 30 open pollinated cultivars from the Surprise apple. Amongst these are Pink Pearl, Grenadine, and Rubaiyat, and many others. Most of the Ian apples of red flesh heritage, such as this guy right here, Surprise, are either Surprise itself or a direct lineal descendant of Surprise. For instance, another amateur breeding program led to the creation of Hidden Rose, an open pollinated line of Surprise. Later generations of pink flesh apple, such as this guy right here, were bred in the modern era. Stephen Edholm, a plant breeder in California, has bred many new red flesh apples, although none that I know of have reached the general production, and you will not be able to buy such apples in either supermarkets or supermarkets or farmers markets. Such is the situation for the majority of these types of apples. Mr. Edholm is currently using Pink Pearl, Grenadine, and Rubaiyat in his breeding program. In my neck of the woods, Ontario, Canada, Fred Jansen bred his own cultivar in the 60s by crossbreeding Pink Pearl and came with the Pippins together to breed Pink Princess. This one's available in rare circles, much like the other cultivars in Hidden Rose. On a side note, I've actually had Hidden Rose and Pink Princess. Hidden Rose tastes like raspberry lemonade, whilst the Pink Princess apple tastes like fruit punch. In more mainstream cultivars, Bill Howell crossbred Honeycrisp with Hidden Rose to breed two pink flesh apples, Lucy Glow and Lucy Rose, at least one of which may wind up in supermarkets within California in the near future. Now on to some news stories. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency, or CFIA, is planning on adding a new set of regulations to the tracking and tracing regulations for livestock. Goats and other livestock related to goats, such as sheep, will now be subject to the same tracking and tracing system that cattle are currently subject to. And to add on to those regulations, the legal time frame to report an outbreak of a disease will now be shortened. By how much, they didn't say. A legal requirement to provide geographical information regarding the location of the livestock and the data regarding where the livestock are moving will also be put into play. This will be done through a digital traceability program, again created by the CFIA. These rules will cover sheep, goats, pigs, cattle, bison, and farm cervids. The rules will be brought to farmers for feedback, and this will take place between March 25th and June 16 of this year. Now on to our plant ID segment. We'll start off with Brassica oleracea, or flowering cabbage. This species is the same species that the common cabbage is found in, and it's basically a regular cabbage that's been bred for ornamental traits, such as the leaves looking like a flower. In terms of the actual flowers, they're pretty much just the same as a regular cabbage flower. And the second and last plant we'll cover is Heliotropium arborescens, or the heliotrope. This species is a flowering shrub that comes from Peru. It's perennial in the tropics and in greenhouses, but an annual in our environment. In my experience, it's best suited as an annual container plant or as a greenhouse plant. The flowers are well scented, and I would put these in my top 10 annual plants. They do really well in containers in most locations. All in all, a good plant to have around. And that about covers everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing your time with me during this video. Please rate and share this video, and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching.